Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Donahue and Rosen also testified to the fact that Trump called the Homeland Security Secretary, Ken Cuccinelli. This was done right in front of them, and Trump told Cuccinelli that he needed to seize Dominion voting machines. Both men also testified to the fact that on January 6th, neither of them heard from Trump at all. They each spoke with members of Congress. They said they spoke with Mike Pence multiple times. They spoke with other people in government, but the president of the United States never even attempted to contact his Department of Justice leaders during the Capitol attack. We also found out today from Sidney Powell's own mouth in her deposition, she said that Trump has told her he was going to install her as a special counsel to investigate the election fraud, so-called election fraud. And both Donahue and Rosen and Trump's own counsel had told him there's no reason for a special counsel. There is no fraud. There's no conflict of interest here because there is no fraud. And that's the only reason why you install a special counsel. But the biggest bombshells, as I mentioned, were Congress members who believed that they had committed crimes and they sought pardons. Here is the list of Congress people that were confirmed as asking for a preemptive pardon from Trump. Congressman Andy Biggs of Arizona, Congressman Louis Gohmert of Texas, Congressman Scott Perry of Pennsylvania, of course, Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida. He actually began asking for a pardon in early December, according to Mark Meadows' aide, Cassidy Hutchins. She said that he had asked for a pardon for basically any and all things. So not just election-related matters. He wanted a blanket pardon across the board, basically from the beginning of time until that date. And he was told that's not the way pardons work. I'm thinking he had some other issues on his mind at the time. And then Hutchins also said that Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio mentioned or inquired as to whether or not there would be blanket pardons issued by Trump to members of Congress, but she said that he didn't specifically ask for one himself. And they said that Mo Brooks of Alabama also advocated for blanket pardons for all members of Congress, as did Matt Gaetz. But you know who else did specifically ask for a personal pardon? Perjury traitor Gangrene. Yes, one Marjorie Taylor Greene from the state of Georgia asked directly. Marjorie Taylor Greene asked Trump's deputy counsel, Patrick Philbin. So first, Cassidy Hutchins mentioned that she had heard about this, that she heard that Marjorie Taylor Greene went to him. She said, I didn't communicate much with her myself, but she went to Philbin and asked for one. And then the committee showed a portion of Philbin's testimony in which he confirmed that, yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene approached him directly and asked for Trump to grant her a pardon. So, as I've said forever, these Congress people didn't give a damn if Trump was in office because they thought he was so great. They wanted to keep him in office because they knew that they had committed crimes and they knew that he'd protect them. And as soon as the reality of it all set in, as soon as they realized, oh my God, he actually did lose, and this isn't going to get turned around, the cockroaches came running out. They came out of their hiding places begging for pardons. How many now have we heard from? How many Republican officials who told Trump directly that they investigated all of these bogus conspiracy theories and they found nothing. There was no fraud. There was no stolen election. Trump knew it. Everyone around him knew it. And all of his minions in Congress knew it. And they knew that their actions were illegal. They knew that what they were doing to try to keep him in office was illegal. It was based on nothing. It was based on lies. But they continued to lie. They continued to lie through January 6th. They're still lying about it to this day. Oh, and also before the hearing even started today, we found out that this Jeff Clark guy had his home raided by the FBI. They said it was an early morning raid. He was pushed out of his house in his jammies. You know, karma. That bitch may be slow at times, but she always shows up eventually. I just love her. Anyway, here's one last thought, though. Yes, all of these people did the right thing in the end, right? All of these people stood up to Trump. They told him no. They told him the truth. They didn't go along with his nefarious, illegal plans. And they stood between him and the end of democracy, right? But where have they been? All of these people, all of them, Bill Barr, all of these people who spoke today, all of these representatives, all of these officials that have come before this committee have sat silent. They have been silent. They sat silent through his second impeachment when they knew damn well that he incited that attack on our Capitol with his lies. They knew that he was a stochastic terrorist who wound those people up like little toy soldiers and sent them to the Capitol that day, and that he lied through his teeth, and that they had told him over and over again that it wasn't true, and that they knew it wasn't true. And they have sat silent for over a year and a half. So, yeah, am I happy they did what they did? Yes. But you know what? Also, fuck them. Fuck them. And some of them are still saying that they'll vote for Donald Trump if he's the nominee in 2024. They don't care. They don't care about this country. Because you know what that says to Trump supporters? Oh, well, if he's that bad, then why are they still willing to vote for him? Oh, you can threaten my family. You can threaten to kill my wife, my children, but I'm still going to vote for you. He has cucked them. It is unreal, and it should be embarrassing. They should all be so embarrassed and ashamed. They should never show their faces again. It's pathetic. Anyway, guys, I will let you know when I hear more. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.